I had the privilege earlier, a few days ago, in the UK, as I was participating in the G7 Heads of Parliament meeting, to visit with the Prime Minister, in every chance we get to celebrate our special relationship between the United Kingdom and the United States, to thank him for his leadership in hosting the COP26 in Glasgow in a few weeks from now, and also to talk about how we can work together, not only on climate, but on COVID, on counterterrorism, so many issues that relate to the security and well-being of our two countries.
Folks, everybody, listen, I just want you to know that for me it's a very important moment coming here to Speaker Pelosi's office, because all my life America has stood for some ideals, and their freedom, equalities, human rights, but above all, democracy. Democracy, the principle that the people should choose their government, and the people alone should choose their government. And the sad thing about the world today is that that fundamental principle is not uncontested. There are plenty of parts of the world where they don't think democracy really matters that much, and that you can have all sorts of systems that are just as good, if not better. And I vehemently disagree. And it is vital for the world that America stands up for that principle in the way that the US government does, and the way that everybody on Capitol Hill does. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's every prospect of a free trade deal with the United States, but in the meantime, what we are doing are taking practical steps to help our exporters. So you've already seen the ban on British beef lifted. You've seen the tariffs come off Scotch whisky. We've sorted out the Airbus Boeing dispute, which has been going on for decades. And I can tell you today that what we're going to get from the United States now is a lifting of the ban on the long, decades old ban, totally unjustified, discriminating against British farmers, the ban on British lamb. So we're going to be able to export British lamb to the United States for the first time in decades. It will be for the kebabs, the koftas, the lamb burgers of the people of the United States will be supplied at last by Britain, and fantastic juicy cuts of Welsh lamb and everything else. So it's about time too. And what we're wanting to do is make solid incremental steps on trade. The Biden administration is not doing free trade deals around the world right now, but I've got absolutely every confidence that a great deal is there to be done, and there are plenty of people in that building behind me who certainly want to do one. No, the President, actually, in our meeting yesterday, I don't think it came up at all. We had a meeting of over 90 minutes, and it wasn't raised. So there's a great deal of understanding on the part of all our friends around the world that the Belfast Good Friday Agreement is crucial to us and to the world, and we need to maintain the balance and symmetry of that agreement, and that's what we're going to do. That certainly did come up, and what I want to say about that is, I just think it's time for some of our dearest friends around the world to, prenez un grip about all this, and donnez-moi un break, because this is fundamentally a great step forward for global security. It's three very like-minded allies standing shoulder to shoulder, creating a new partnership for the sharing of technology. It is not exclusive. It is not trying to shoulder anybody out. It is not adversarial towards China, for instance. It is there to intensify links and friendship between three countries in a way that I think will be beneficial for things that we believe in. Good for the protection of democracy, freedom, human rights, equalities, the rule of law, which underpins the free trade that we've just been talking about. And so I find it very hard to see in this agreement anything not to like. I don't think that will happen. I think that we've got very good supply chains, as I've been saying over the last over the last few days, and what we're seeing is the growing pains of a global economy recovering rapidly from COVID. I want to set out the challenge facing humanity. This is a pivotal moment. We've got 40 days until the COP26 summit in November, and we've seen some great progress by the United States. Yesterday, the President came through with something that really exceeded our expectations. I said on the plane out that we had a 6 in 10 chance of success on that. Maybe I undercooked it. They've really surprised us all on the upside. A doubling of their commitments, and that will send a signal to the developing world that they will get American support in going green and cutting carbon. So I'll be saying to the UN General Assembly tonight, this is it, folks. This is the moment when humanity comes to an inflection point, and we either take the steps necessary to avert a catastrophic increase in temperatures over the next 100 years, or we fail.